Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Joni and I'm the mom behind simplelivingmama.com. And today's video is going to be a little bit different because we're talking about curriculum, and we're talking about curriculum that I would not purchase again. Now I'm going to start this video by saying just because I either dislike a curriculum or it didn't work for my family doesn't mean that it's a bad curriculum, okay? Different curriculum work for different families. So I'm just going to share my experience, different things that have happened to us with different curriculum that we have tried and used in the past. And, you know, maybe you've had the same experience or maybe you've had the opposite experience, which is totally fine too. So I'm just going to jump right in, and I'm going to start with a controversial curriculum that has been talked about for a long time. And that is the Good and the Beautiful, and specifically the Good and the Beautiful language arts curriculum. This is a curriculum I will not buy again. Now, I'm an old homeschooler, okay? I've been doing this thing for 12 years now. So I was around when the Good and the Beautiful started, okay? When they came into existence. And they started out with their language arts curriculum, giving it away for free, and they still do. You can still get the PDFs of their language arts curriculum completely free. Okay, so that was one thing that I was really excited about, was I could get this gorgeous, and it is a beautiful curriculum. I could get this beautiful curriculum completely for free, try it with my kids, and I loved it. I loved the idea of it. I loved that it included artwork, art projects, geography, plus everything you need with language arts, you know, grammar, spelling. It had dictation, probably still has dictation. It had all the things. I was in love with it. I thought this is a wonderful resource, a wonderful thing. And I got very involved with the Good and the Beautiful. I went to one of their conferences. I worked with them just a little bit in the early days. I have used lots and lots of different resources from the Good and the Beautiful. In fact, just a couple of videos back, I got their summer reading program for my kids. So I'm not against the Good and the Beautiful as a whole, but there are certain things that they have produced that just don't work for our family. And I'm going to start off with saying the language arts course does not work for our family. The first issue I had with their language arts course was how long it was taking to get through a lesson. It was taking entirely too much time to get through one lesson. It was taking up way too much of our school day, and I wanted to be able to do other things with the kids and not spend so much time trying to get through these lessons. The other thing that I had issues with was my kids. Some of my kids, particularly my boys, did not like it at all. It just did not work for them. It was too much busy work, too much fluff. They have you do, you know, different exercises that I would just skip over. And it was just too much for them. They weren't interested in it. So it became something that was more dreaded than enjoyed. Even though I thought, oh, this looks great, this looks beautiful, it was not being enjoyed by my children. The other thing that bothered me was how often they were updating the curriculum. And I know they were taking feedback, especially with the length of the lessons and all of that, to update the curriculum. But I felt like every time sometimes I would actually just purchase the printed versions of their curriculum. I feel like every time I got it, they were talking about releasing a new updated version. And I was like, what is going on? I like to be able to pass resources down to my kids. I know that their workbooks are consumable, so you can't really do that. But it was just not for us, not my thing. That being said, I do like their science curriculum. I used it last year. I may or may not use it this next year, but I do like the way that their science curriculum is laid out, and they have updated that one a lot as well. I didn't try it for a while after they did all of the updates, but I did try it last year. My 9-year-old daughter likes their handwriting books. So, you know, we've done that. We've done typing. I don't mind the typing program. It's fine. I don't like their math, and I have tried their math multiple times with my kids. Let's see, I tried it when it first came out. So this is another one that they have updated a few different times. They've updated the entire books. They've updated the little manipulative boxes that they come with. They've done some updates with their math. My biggest issue with their math is there's too much on a page, and my kids were overwhelmed with it, and it just didn't work for us. So no language arts, no math from the Good and Beautiful for us. Okay, this next one I'm going to tell you about is the only curriculum that has brought both myself and one of my kids to tears. It's Math Mammoth. I think this was probably the first real math curriculum that I tried with my oldest. My sweet oldest innocent child, the child that has had to, go through all of this with me as I learned how to be a homeschool mom. Our oldest are always the guinea pigs, right? Kind of getting the short end of the stick. I still feel guilty about this to this day. So I think for kindergarten and first grade, we kind of did like some workbook style stuff, whatever my father's world had suggested. That's what we did for kindergarten and first grade. When he was in second grade, we started Math Mammoth, and I bought the digital version. I got it on sale, and I got like multiple grade levels, I think, of the digital version of Math Mammoth, and I was so excited about it. I printed it off. We start working through it. He's just not getting it. I'm trying to teach, the way that the text is telling me to teach. Math is not my strong suit. And he's not getting it. I'm starting to get frustrated because I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, okay, and teaching him, and he's not understanding, and I get frustrated. He can sense that I'm frustrated. He starts crying. I start crying, and that's when I said, no more of this. This is not gonna work. I'm not gonna have something in our homeschool bring tears like this. So yeah, Math Mammoth is a definite no. I never went back to Math Mammoth after that. Okay, so the last curriculum that I will not ever buy again or use again is Spelling Power. Okay, this is recommended by My Father's World, and I tried it multiple times with multiple different children. We never got any good use out of Spelling Power. I could not be consistent enough with the kids with Spelling Power. I felt like it was just too loose. We work better for spelling with like a workbook style program. And Spelling Power, what I had was just a big book that I would read from, and I would go through and have the kids spell different words from different spelling lists. And this may not really be a problem with the curriculum. It's just a problem with the way that my kids learn and the way that I teach. And it was just super, super hard to be consistent with Spelling Power. So it never really worked out for my kids, and it's not something that I would ever go back to. So of all of the different curriculum that we have tried over the past 12 years, those are the things that stand out to me the most as things that I will not use again in the future. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, just because something doesn't work for us or we really dislike something doesn't mean that it's a bad curriculum, and doesn't mean that it won't work for you. But I'd love to know, what is one curriculum that you just will not buy again? Tell me down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.